From the icy plains of Antarctica, where the cold winds sweep across vast frozen landscapes, to the lush Amazon rainforest, teeming with life and vibrant greenery, our planet's climate is a tapestry of interconnected systems. These systems work in harmony, creating the diverse weather patterns we experience. It is a delicate balance, easily disrupted by even seemingly small changes. A slight shift in temperature or atmospheric pressure can set off a chain reaction. One such phenomenon, El Niño, sends ripples across the globe, leaving its mark on weather patterns far and wide. This periodic event can alter weather conditions dramatically. Its effects are particularly pronounced in vulnerable regions like Pakistan, where the local climate is already under stress. Here, El Niño can bring about a cascade of challenges, from scorching heat waves to devastating floods, impacting millions of lives. El Niño is a periodic warming of the central and eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. This warming disrupts the normal patterns of ocean currents and atmospheric circulation. This warming, though thousands of miles away, can have profound impacts on weather systems across the globe. It can lead to extreme weather events in distant regions. Understanding El Niño is not just an academic exercise, it is crucial for predicting and preparing for its effects, especially in regions most vulnerable to its influence. Scientists and meteorologists work tirelessly to study this phenomenon, using advanced technology to forecast its impacts and help communities brace for its consequences. Imagine the Pacific Ocean as a giant swimming pool. Normally, trade winds blow from east to west, piling up warm water in the western Pacific, near Indonesia and Australia. This creates cooler surface waters in the eastern Pacific off the coast of South America. This normal pattern is disrupted during El Niño. El Niño occurs when these trade winds weaken or even reverse. This allows the warm water that had piled up in the west to surge back eastward, spreading across the central and eastern Pacific. This movement of warm water disrupts the atmospheric circulation patterns above the ocean, leading to a cascade of changes in weather systems across the globe. The warming of the Pacific Ocean during El Niño acts like a giant rock thrown into a pond, sending out ripples of change across the globe. This phenomenon is characterized by the periodic fluctuation in sea surface temperatures and atmospheric conditions over the central and eastern Pacific. These changes manifest in a variety of ways, from altered jet streams to shifts in precipitation patterns. The jet streams, which are fast-flowing air currents in the atmosphere, can be significantly displaced, leading to unusual weather events. One of the most significant impacts of El Niño is on rainfall. Regions that typically experience dry conditions may suddenly find themselves under heavy downpours. In general, El Niño brings increased rainfall to the western coast of South America, leading to flooding in some areas. This can disrupt communities, damage infrastructure, and lead to significant economic costs. Conversely, it often leads to drier conditions in Indonesia, Australia, and parts of Southeast Asia, increasing the risk of drought and wildfires. These dry spells can be prolonged, causing severe water shortages and agricultural losses. These changes in precipitation patterns can have devastating effects on agriculture, water resources, and ecosystems. Farmers may struggle with crop failures, reservoirs may run dry, and wildlife can suffer from the lack of water and food sources. Section 4. Pakistan in the crosshairs, El Niño's impact. Pakistan, situated in South Asia, is highly susceptible to El Niño's far-reaching effects. The country relies heavily on the annual monsoon season for its agricultural productivity and water resources. El Niño, however, often disrupts these monsoon patterns, throwing Pakistan's delicate climate system off balance. One of the most concerning impacts of El Niño on Pakistan is a weakening of the monsoon. The monsoon, which typically brings life-giving rains from June to September, can be significantly reduced during El Niño years. This reduction in rainfall can lead to widespread drought conditions, crippling agricultural yields and depleting water reserves. Section 5. El Niño's long-term consequences for Pakistan. The effects of El Niño on Pakistan extend far beyond the immediate impacts of droughts and floods. These climatic events disrupt the natural balance, causing a cascade of environmental and socio-economic issues. The reduced agricultural output can lead to food shortages and price spikes, hitting the most vulnerable populations the hardest. This not only affects daily sustenance, but also the overall health and well-being of communities. Water scarcity can exacerbate existing tensions, leading to conflicts over dwindling resources. Communities that once coexisted peacefully may find themselves in disputes over access to water. Moreover, the economic consequences of El Niño can be severe. Businesses dependent on agricultural products face downturns, and the overall economic stability of the region is threatened. Agriculture, a cornerstone of Pakistan's economy, suffers greatly during El Niño years. The loss of productivity in this sector has a domino effect on other industries. The loss of crops and livestock translates into economic hardship for farmers and rural communities. This hardship often leads to increased poverty and migration to urban areas in search of better opportunities. The ripple effects are felt throughout the country, impacting industries reliant on agriculture and hindering overall economic growth. The long-term consequences of El Niño are profound, affecting every layer of society. Section 6. Preparing for El Niño, a path towards resilience. While El Niño is a natural phenomenon, its impacts can be mitigated with proactive measures and a focus on building resilience. Early warning systems, improved water management, and diversified agriculture are crucial steps in this direction. By investing in accurate and timely weather forecasting, Pakistan can anticipate the potential impacts of El Niño and take early action to minimize its effects. This includes developing drought-resistant crops, promoting water conservation techniques, and strengthening disaster preparedness plans. Building resilience to El Niño is not just about responding to its immediate impacts, it's about creating a more sustainable and climate-resilient future for Pakistan.